Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Today I've got a nice little energetic boost flow for you today. So again, moving with your body in mind. If something doesn't feel good, don't do it. If you feel like you could go with something a little bit more, go for it. But in the meantime, come down to your back and get really comfortable. Let the body ease down onto the earth. Let the feet drop out. Let the shoulders relax. And then close your eyes. Find a breath that feels comfortable for you today. Whether that be in and out through the nose, or whether that be in and out through the mouth. And if you choose one and then feel like another might be really good, change it. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is for the breath not to be stressed or tense. Today you're letting the breath rhythm find you. You might notice as you naturally start to relax into today's practice, the breath might deepen. You might find space within each breath. You might find a natural pause between each breath. There's no right or wrong here. Just let the breath be, however it wants to be. But take note of each breath. Just because you're letting the breath flow doesn't mean you can let the mind wander off into the day, into what you should have done yesterday. Keep your attention on how your breath is in this very moment. And if it's hard, that's fine. Even if you manage to concentrate on just one or two breaths, or perhaps just one inhale and one exhale. Or perhaps you notice the subtle differences within each breath. If there's outside noises distracting you, just notice that they're there. But then come back to what your breath is telling you today. Perhaps you're finding the breath quite hard to deal with, or maybe you're ready to stop, take time for yourself. keeping the breath as your very own. Start to make a little movement through the toes. So perhaps just noticing how the toes are and then spreading the toes, maybe bending and then stretching the toes out. And can you let that movement start to work into the bottom of the feet? And then start to let that movement work into the ankles. So really stretch your heel away. So you get kind of two moves for your money here. So there's a nice stretch down the calf and there's a nice stretch down the heel, the bottom of the feet. And then maybe you point your toes and you get that nice stretch running through the front of the foot, the front of the ankle, up through the shin. And then maybe if you press into your heels, your knees bend and you can start to make a little movement through maybe the hip and the knee. So integrating the whole of the foot, the ankle and all of the leg right into the hip point. Not forgetting the breath also, so don't let the breath wander. Find a pace that suits you today. Beautiful, then let the wrists and the fingers become involved. Stretching through the fingertips, really spreading the fingers. Rotating through the wrists, maybe through the elbows, perhaps through the shoulders. So you've got a nice little organic movement going on here in the floor. Eyes are closed, so you can really feel what you're feeling. Today this is all about letting the shape, the pose come from within you. And noticing that when you don't force that pose and you let it happen from inside you, how does that make you feel? How does the shape make you feel? How does the movement make you feel? Lovely, so just a couple more rounds of breath here. Then you're going to bend one knee and then the other. Tuck your tailbone under a little bit so the lower back becomes nice and flush with the mat. And you're going to take your right ankle over your left knee. And then catch your left thigh with both hands, thread the needle here, flex both feet. If you want to use that right elbow just to nudge that right knee away a little bit, you can. Just enjoying that stretch through the right bum, cheek, the right hamstring. Where else do you feel it? This is your practice, remember, so you might not feel it exactly where I feel it, but notice where you're feeling this shape. Don't let that left leg hang here. Imagine you're pressing it into a wall at the bottom edge of your mat here. So you've got energy, you've got an energetic stance here. Beautiful, deep breath in. As you exhale, release that left foot down to the earth. Cross that right knee all the way over that left knee and let the knees drop down to the left side. Take your arms nice and wide. Keep the neck nice and neutral here, so whatever that means to you, wherever that's comfortable in your body. So it might be straight up, but it might be over the right shoulder. You might prefer to take it to the left shoulder. So again, letting this shape naturally occur in your body, coming from in you. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the legs up and over. Uncross the knees, take the left ankle over the right knee, thread the needle, hold behind that right thigh, press that right foot into the wall at the end of your mat, and then use that left elbow to nudge that left knee out just a little bit. Flexing both feet. Now, does this side feel the same as the other side, or can you feel subtle differences in the shapes? Lovely, just connecting back to the breath. Then slowly lowering that right foot down to the earth, crossing that left knee over the right knee, and then letting the knees drop down to the right side. Take your hands wherever they want to go, your neck wherever it wants to go, as long as it's comfortable, as long as it's not pinching anywhere. And then soften your body into this shape. Coming back to your breath. Lovely, then bring the legs back up to centre, unravel. From here you're going to come up to seated, so if you want to drop to one side and make your way there, if you want to roll up. And then a nice seated position, and that can be whatever you want it to be, whether it's cross-legged or a straddle, or perhaps if you want to sit up on a block or a cushion, you can. From here we're just going to take a nice easy twist. So left hand onto right knee, right hand's going to swim around quite close to the bum, sit up nice and tall, shoulders away from the ears, and then stretch through the crown of the head here. If you want a little bit more, you can take a look over that right shoulder. Again, letting this twist come from inside you. So if you feel like you want a little bit more of a bigger twist, use the breath. Inhale to lift, exhale to journey. But if you're quite happy here in just this lovely gentle twist, which I am today, that's where we're going to stay. Lovely, then nice and easy, take it over to the other side. Right hand to left knee, left hand swims behind. We sit up nice and tall. Perhaps looking over that left shoulder, or perhaps using the breath to journey into that twist just a little bit more. Lovely, come back to centre. Hands rest on the knees, just take a couple of breaths here, sit up nice and tall. And from here we're just going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Lovely, left ear to left shoulder. Chin to chest. Then on your next inhale, we're going to take a gentle look up. Arms are going to reach all the way overhead. Big, big stretch. Shoulders down the back body. Keep space between the arms. Lovely. Deep breath in again. Then as you exhale, bring it forward all the way through to tabletop position. So get nice and comfortable here. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're coming onto the tops of the feet today. Back nice and straight, the glance is down. And then from here we're going to bump the hips over to the left. Take a look over our right shoulder. Nice big stretch down the side body here. Look towards your right toes. Inhale, take your hips over to the right. Exhale, take a look over your left shoulder towards your left toes. Lovely, one more each way. Beautiful, back through. And then back to centre. When you're ready, on your next inhale, drop your belly, cow pose. And we're going to stay here. Soften the elbows, but let the elbow points shine up towards the top edge of your mat. And then find your breath. Again, letting this shape come from inside you, letting the shoulders release away from the ears, so you're not creating tension. Big stretch through the front body here. Lovely. Exhale, take it through to cat. Tailbone tucks under, chin to chest, stretch left to right. Beautiful breathing. If you need a little bit of free movement here, maybe sitting your hips back so you get a nice stretch through the back body, you can. We're here for a couple of rounds of breath, so you've got free movement, you've got time for free movement. Lovely, then back through to tabletop position. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips nice and high, all the way up to down dog, and when you're there, pedal your heels out. Take your time, don't rush it. Come back to your breath. Any little creaks, just work through it. Any points that you find you want to stay in for just a moment longer, then do so. And then keep that very gentle, slow pedaling going. You're going to pedal all the way up to the top edge of your mat, where you land in a nice forward fold. Soften the knees, chin tucks. Snuggle the hips back if you need to. And then bend your knees generously, tuck your chin, roll all the way up. Beautiful mountain pose. Hands release, shoulders release. Then on your next big inhale, big reach up. Exhale, dive it down, take up space, spread the fingers left to right, dive all the way down, forward fold, chin tucks. Snuggle the hips down if you need to, you can get a little movement going. Beautiful, bend the knees, roll all the way up, mountain pose. Lovely, hands release, close the eyes. On your next big inhale, big reach up. Exhale, fingers left to right, spread open through the chest, dive down, shift your hips back, forward fold. Now this time, pad through the feet. So see if you can get a feeling for every single bone of your foot on the floor. See if you can feel every point of contact. So roll through the foot, lift the heel, lift the toes, spread the toes, lift the ball of the foot, bend the knees, work through the ankle as if you were right at the beginning of this practice where you were working through the whole of the foot. Can you do that now with that intention on the floor? When you feel that you've got that nice grounding through the feet, chin tucked. Lovely, big inhale, you're going to reach all the way up, right knee's going to lift, one leg Tadasana. Now, if you're feeling a little bit unsteady, you can drop the toes and just have a play with the balance on just your toes, okay? If not, imagine someone just lifting your knee up here. The right foot's nice and energetic. The hands are reaching. Tucking the tailbone under, but lifting from that left foot here. So we're not dumping our weight into our left hip. We're lifting, we're growing right up from the left foot all the way up through the spine, all the way through the head to the fingertips. Beautiful. Use your tummy muscles here. Draw your belly in. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, keep the hands up. The right foot is going to step back into a nice high lunge. So that front knee bends. Knee and ankle in line. The right heel is lifted and we're sort of bending that back knee to get our tailbone, our pelvis right under us. And then we can let that back heel drop just a little bit. Lovely, deep breath in. As you exhale, right hand is going to go forward, left hand is going to go back. So you're in a nice open twist here. Now this is going to look different for everybody. So just take what you need from this shape. And remember, the shapes are coming from you. The pose is coming from you today. Beautiful, deep, deep breath in. As you exhale, take up space. You're going to bring this left hand all the way forward. We're going to dial it all the way down into a nice low lunge here. Lovely. Shoulders away from the ears. You can drop that back knee if you need to. Take a moment here. Feel the strength in this shape. From here, plant your palms. Step back to plank. So starting to light a little fire in your belly here. From here, make sure that right hand is right under your right shoulder. You're going to turn onto the outside of your right foot, inside of your left foot, lift your hips. Left hand is going to open all the way to the sky here. You've got a couple of options. You can make a frame with that front foot, or you can drop that bottom knee here and really lift the hips up nice and high. So you've got a couple of options. Just make sure that the hips don't sink. You're pressing them away. Beautiful, deep breath in. As you exhale, pivot all the way back round to your plank. One breath in here. Exhale all the way up to down dog. Pedal out. So settle back into your breath. And then right foot is going to lift. Stretch the heel away. Draw the belly in, lower ribs down. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring it all the way through for a lunge. Drop that back knee. Open the chest. Lift the chin. Beautiful, deep breath in. Lift that back knee. As you exhale, step the left foot up to meet the right foot. Forward fold. Now bend your knees, sit your bum back. Chair pose. Lift the hands if you want. Now they can either be straight out in front of you or hands to heart or a big reach. Your choice. Tummy's tucked. Sink a little lower. Imagine you're squeezing a block in between your knees. Beautiful, deep breath in. As you exhale, dive it forward, forward fold. Lovely, catch your breath. Tuck your chin, bend your knees, inhale, roll all the way up. Mountain pose. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, dial it down, take up space. Moving slowly, we're not rushing it. Just because it's an energetic boost doesn't mean we have to fire through everything. Tuck the chin, bend the knees, roll all the way up. Mountain pose. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, dial it down, take up space. Lovely. Take a moment here to connect back to that footing, to connect back to the earth through your feet. Then when you're ready, big inhale, big reach up, one leg Tadasana, weight into the right foot, left heel lifts. Remember, you can always keep that foot dropped if you need to. Shoulders away from the ears, so you've got plenty of space in the upper body here. We're not collapsing into that right hip joint, we're lifting up. Feel strength. Keep your focus on something just ahead of you here. And with control, deep breath in, exhale, step back, high lunge. So find your positioning with your legs first. Keep the arms up if you can, or they can come to your waist. Front knee and front ankle in alignment. Lower body moves under, so that's a slight bend in the knee. Then we can extend through that back leg. Beautiful. From here, open twist. So left hand goes forward, right hand goes back. You meet your appropriate edge in this twist here. Hold on to your balance. Sink a little bit lower if you can. Big stretch. Don't create tension. Come back to the breath. Then when you're ready, deep breath in. As you exhale, right hand reaches up and over. Nice big rainbow down to a lunge. Take a moment. Option to drop that back knee if you need. Open through the chest. You can become light on the fingertips. Think tailbone and heel in alignment, tailbone and crown in alignment. That lovely long line. Beautiful. Plant your palms. Step back, plank pose. And then from here, left hand under left shoulder. Turn onto the outside of the left foot, inside of the right foot. Right hand opens up towards the sky. Nice side plank. Take your options as you need. Breathe. Lift your hips a little bit higher if you can. Exhale, release all the way down. Plank pose. Welcome the heat. And then exhale all the way up to down dog, pedal out. Beautiful. Take a moment. Calm the breath. And then weight into right foot, left heel lifts. Big stretch through that left heel. Bring it all the way through for a lunge. Drop that back knee. Open the chest. Lift the crown of the head. Beautiful. Lift that back knee. Get it ready to step all the way forward. Forward fold. Then bend both knees. Bum sits back. Chest starts to lift. Hands rise. Either in front of you, slightly above, or hands to heart. Imagine squeezing that block in between the knees. Tummy draws in. Tailbone relaxes down. Chest lifts. Try not to round through here. Lift. Deep breath in. As you exhale, sink a little lower if you can. And then exhale, release, forward fold. Take a moment here. And then plant both hands, step back, down dog. When you're there, pedal out. Nice and slow. And then slowly, slowly drop the knees. Take a moment. Swing your legs around. Bend both legs. Feet to the floor. We're going to take the hands behind the thighs, or you can clasp opposite hand to opposite elbow, if that feels good as well. Lift the chest, draw the shoulders down and away. So imagine lifting your chest up towards, lifting your sternum up towards your thumbs as if it was in prayer pose. We don't want to round off in this position. Deep breath in. As you exhale, lean back. Lift the toes if you can. You can always keep the toes down. Then you can release the hands, palms face up. Breathe, lift. Welcome that warmth, welcome that shake that is starting to build. Try not to collapse or round through. Lovely deep breath in. Exhale, release the feet to the earth. Hands around the ankles, chin to chest. Take a couple of real deep breaths. And slowly roll back up. You're going to take your legs nice and long. from here, keep the toes nice and flexed. You're going to take your right leg, right foot to the floor. Use your left elbow just to hook around that right knee and take a nice twist here. Keep the neck nice and long. Shoulders away from the ears. The hand is nicely on the earth here so you can get that lift. Sit bones ground down. You might take a look over that right shoulder if that feels right in your body, but remember the twist is coming from inside you, so only take it where you want it to go. And then from there, come back to centre. Left hand is going to come to the earth. Right hand is going to reach all the way up. The right knee is going to stay where it is. Deep breath in as you reach. Exhale, right hand is going to reach forward either to the calf, keeping a nice flat back so the chest is still nice and lifted. Maybe the outside of that ankle, maybe the outside of that foot. Both hip points are on the earth. The feet are nice and energetic, the shoulders are away from the ears, and the chest is nice and lifted. The fold coming from the hip points, but the back is nice and flat, so we're not collapsing. So keep that look forward. Lovely. From here, if you want to, you can take a little bit more. Left hand can come behind the back, maybe take hold of that right hip crease. Then from here, just for that little bit more, can you bring that right knee in towards that right shoulder? Beautiful, breathe. Deep breath in. As you exhale, release that left hand if you're in a bind. Big stretch through that right hand, release all the way down, and we'll swap over. Right leg goes long, left knee comes in. Right elbow hooks around that right knee, left hand swings behind, then we sit up nice and tall. We find that length, energy in that right foot. Maybe we take a look over that left shoulder. Again, letting the twist find us, not the other way around. Lovely, come back to centre. Right hand's going to come to the earth, left hand is going to reach up, deep breath in to reach, exhale, find that fold. Again, hand can come to the shin, ankle, foot. We're bringing that left knee in towards that left shoulder, the chest is lifted, the glance is up, then we can take that right hand round to the back, maybe we find that right hip crease, maybe we don't. Beautiful, deep breath in. A full exhale, find space, find expansion. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, big reach. Release down, straighten that left leg, come all the way onto your back. And then knees are going to come in line with the hips. Keep the feet nice and energetic. Hands in line with the shoulders, palms facing down. Deep breath in. As you exhale, let the knees drop over to the right side. If you need to bump your hips to the middle of the mat, bump them to the middle. Squeeze the legs together here. So you've got quite an energetic supine twist. Squeeze them together. See if you can anchor that left shoulder down towards the earth. If you want to take a look over that left shoulder, you can. Beautiful, deep breath in. As you exhale, come all the way through centre. Use your abdominals to get there. And then exhale all the way down to the other side. You can bump your hips to the middle of the mat if you want. Again, squeeze the thighs together. Take a look over that opposite shoulder if it feels good. Anchor that right shoulder down. Breathe. Beautiful deep breath in. As you exhale, come all the way back to centre. Squeeze the knees into the belly. If it feels right, nose up towards the knees. If not, keep it relaxed. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Lovely, one more time. Take your legs nice and long. Hands by the side of the body. Shoulders released. And prepare yourself for Shavasana meditation. Find a place that's comfortable for you to be in meditation. Softly close your eyes and take some deep breaths to relax into the present moment. Let go of anything that has happened before this point, anything that needs to happen after. And just take a moment to practice real awareness of your breath. And now bring your full attention to your toes. Become aware of any sensation here. And if you don't feel anything, just notice the absence of feeling. But whatever sensation is there, let it be without judging it or trying to change it. And then let your attention move on. Slowly bring your focus to the soles of your feet. Again, simply noticing any sensation in them. Moving to the sides of your feet and then to the tops of your feet. Now rest your attention on your ankles, which carry the weight of your body. What sensations do you feel here? Simply become aware of them. And then shift your attention to the next spot, continuing up your legs, your calves, your shins, knees and thighs. Whatever sensation there is, notice it and then move on. And if you're finding it hard to concentrate today, try silently just labelling that part of the body where your attention resides. Moving to your hips. Awareness of the region as your attention rests on it. Noticing what sensations are there. And then once you have, moving on to the next area. Shifting your attention now to your abdomen and lower back. Now your chest, spending as long as necessary on each area until you become aware of a sensation or absence of sensation. You don't have to analyse or name the sensation. All you're doing is noticing it. Becoming aware of the shoulders, so often a source of tension. What do you feel here? Sweeping your attention down the arms, the upper arms, elbows, the lower arms and wrists. And then noticing the sensations in the hands. Now focus your full attention on the neck and throat. Slowly moving up the face, the jaw, the mouth, the upper lip, nostrils, the cheeks, your ears, your eyes and forehead. You may notice sensations on the surface of your skin or inside your body. There's no need to look for anything particular. Just simply notice what is here. And then finally, sweep your attention over the back of your head, picking up any sensations that are there, whatever they are. And then rest for a few moments, being aware of the body as a whole. And before you move away from this meditation and get on with the rest of your day, try to bring this awareness of the body with you as you go about your daily chores, your daily life, always being aware of the body. Namaste.